Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. You know, I don't even know where to begin, okay? But I'm going to start off with Hope for a hot minute because Hope is not there telling Thomas that she doesn't know what the future holds. She's really apprehensive about being with him after finding out about all the stuff that he done that he's just now telling her, right? Seems kind of defensive. She's just like, I can't really be sure. I'm like, okay, all right. At some point, Brooke comes over, and Brooke, talks about Thomas and realizes he was there, and was like, why do you leave so early? And notice that there's something off with her, like she's upset about something. And she's like, did I get into a fight? What's going on? I'm just here. I want to sit there and try to help. But then she starts talking about Thomas, and she's like, listen, you might as well just sit there and end this right here, right now. And even before then, the questions that she was asking about Thomas, Hope got very defensive. Like, no, he's changed. Everything is fine. Just let this go, whatever. I'm like, this seems very contradicting to how you were yesterday and how you were less than 5 minutes ago. But when she starts talking about, letting this go, 1 second. When she talks about just like letting this go and stuff like that, Hope gets super defensive, like, well, he's changed, he's done all the work, and then she starts holding her necklace, like, oh, I don't know what the future's gonna hold for us, and I need you to just sit there and let us be together. I'm like, then I'm sitting there thinking, rebellious, right? Because that's the only explanation for this scene. Okay, she seemed like she was very on the fence about being with Thomas. To Hope came in, I mean, until Brooke came in and started practically doing her anti-Thomas campaign. And then she's all like, "Oh, he's changed. He's a good father. This, that, and the third." I'm like, you didn't exactly feel like that less than 5 minutes ago. So what changed? And that is the only that's the only way I'm able to sit there and make sense out of this scene. RJ, lock the goddamn door. Jesus Christ. First of all, you probably shouldn't even be sitting there making out with your girlfriend in the office. Your mom walked in and saw you. And then Carter walked in and saw you. I'm like, granted he's also talking about, oh, I think I should sit there and get my own place now. I'm like, bro, let's just keep it 100. You want to sit there and get a new place, so this way you can sit there and knock boots with your boo. I ain't mad at you, okay? But I mean, let's just sit there and talk about, oh, he has time, and I'll still see them. Like this is a decision that he's doing. Like, yeah, I think it's just time to be independent and just kind of live my own and stuff like that. I was like, bro, you only like, come on. And granted, she's not knocking it. She's not like she's with it. But when he comes in the door, when Carter leaves, Carter's just like, all right, just will approach her. You should probably lock the door. Now Carter was with Reg. They were talking about Eric for a little bit. Brooke came in, was like, oh, I kind of embarrassed our son. They talked about office romance. They kind of started talking about Thomas and Hope. And at that point, Carter's like, yeah, I'm just gonna go that way. I'm just gonna go as far away from this conversation as humanly possible. That's what I'm gonna do. So he exited. They slightly touched on their kids, but they kind of just like let it go and decided to make out an office because uh, no such thing as like SH stare or anything like that. I mean, especially with the Luna and Finn situation, but Luna and Zende situation, but whatever. Now, at some point, Thomas comes out, and the thing that's really, well, it's not even really funny, but the thing that's, I'm not even going to say interesting, but Hope is talking to Brooke. She's not talking about, oh, yeah, by the way, just to let you know, Thomas brought up all this stuff that he was actually doing. And when Thomas comes and talks to Ridge, he's like, oh, I think I kind of messed things up, but he doesn't say why he messed things up. He's just like, oh, well, I've changed, I've grown, I've learned. I'm like, you're having this kind of half-assed conversation with your dad. Like, do you want him to give you answers? Do you want him to give you guidance? What is it that you want him to give you? Because you're not giving him the full story. You're just giving the version that just. So as I was just saying in my other live streams, um, most likely she's going to sit there and forgive him. It just seemed like it came a little bit more faster than I anticipated. I knew it was going to happen. It's just the speed that was going to happen. And let me see, it's one of those things where I was sitting there watching, RJ and Luna, and they're like, oh, I've never met anyone like you, and you're so special, and I love being in your arms, and this, that, and the third, and it's like the honeymoon phase of a relationship, right? Honeymoon phase of a relationship sounds really great and good. And then you start to get into the day to day, and I feel like somewhere along the lines, it goes away from that honeymoon phase of cute, sweetie talk and stuff like that to just actually being in a relationship and him talking about, oh, I'm gonna live by myself or I'm gonna get my own place, and I'm just like, yeah, it's don't get too comfortable. Don't get too comfortable because this honeymoon phase will fade very fast. That is all I'm going to sit there and say about that. Not to sit there and be a Debbie Downer, but relationships take work. It's a lot of effort, and yet it's supposed to come across as effortless. I don't know. I'm not even gonna sit there and try to give my whole spin on relationships because I am the last person on the planet to sit there and do that. But I don't know. Just watching them just sit there and do the whole honeymoon phase is just like, yeah, I remember that. And then eventually that starts to die down and yada yada yada. Now I feel like I forgot something. I have no idea what I forgot, but I'm pretty sure I forgot something. And as I always sit there and say yes tonight, I'm gonna sit there and do a live stream, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Um, I just needed a day off yesterday. There's a couple of different reasons why. One, just wanted a day off to sit there and kind of refresh and kind of just, you know, rest and stuff like that. Because, I want to always sit there and try to do the best live streams possible. And if I feel like things are getting stale, I'll sit there and rest and reset and be like, all right, let's do this. Let's get some newfound energy and just make them really fun. You know? The soaps actually wasn't really hitting that much yesterday, especially, well, it wasn't really hitting that much. And third, well, it wasn't really hitting, it wasn't specifically hitting that much on Days and on Y&R. Days, I understood it. Days wasn't really a story. Y&R, I have no idea what the hell they were doing Y&R. GH was probably the only one I was really hitting. Days kind of felt like a rinse and repeat kind of situation. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go. I want to thank you for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.